around them and they work hard for the ladies. So I'm just saying that may be the case. Here at our new sports, we have no women. We have no power and we have no control. So we do the best to fake it out. So Mario, you ready to give them the fake intro of why we have no power and control?
It's time for new sports. It's all about jocks and sweating, funky feet, and sports bras and girls running around playing volleyball in their flip-flops, breast juggling while they running down the street. Sports, yeah.
That lets you know why men, we don't have no power. That's the reason why.
That's a wonderful theme song.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
It's too close. You can't get them like that.
Let me ask, watch this, Divine. Would you ever consider having a promo of sports with sweaty balls?
Who?
Wow. Divine, we brought that up because we were talking about funky folks. We would know it started out kind of innocent. We were talking about funk,
Right.
and I just said some of y'all smell some sweaty funky nuts. I only really smell my funky nuts. But I
Right.
said some of you ladies, you probably smell them more often, right up in your face, like
Oh,
some. I ain't never had any funky nuts up in my face.
right. No.
I can't bend over quite that far.
No.
But if I could, there'd be a lot of afternoons in the house.
Right.
See, I tried to warn you, Divine.
No.
I tried to.
Just like men don't like funky vaginas, we don't like funky nuts.
There you go. Then you get that way. A little powder goes a long way.
Right.
You got to powder those nuts.
Oh, God.
No, because that's the thing we were saying. One thing we were saying, all scrotums look old.
Right. They all wrinkled.
They all look old.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
They look old. Every scrotum looks like it's 70.
Right.
You can't get a young. All the time you see a young looking scrotum, you got the pool.
Right.
You get that shrinkage.
Okay, so I want you guys to know that is my lead into sports.
Yeah,
So how am I
sports.
going to talk about sports after that? That's the whole part, Divine.
Yeah.
Now you see why sports is new
I need
sports.
an intervention.
That's it.
I need an intervention.
You need an intervention.
Okay, I'll try.
Bad. Okay, hey, check it out. Let me give the folks something to make it feel like we're doing sports. Dude, you didn't follow Randy Moss?
Dude, I had to admit, I
didn't
heard
follow
this
that?
news first from you, Vic. This was not on the wire last night when I went to bed. Everybody, this is news. Randy Moss traded to the Vikings.
Yes, sir. He is gone. And why is he?
He's on the Vikings now. He and Brett Favre, they two pissed off people. We got to do something now.
Yeah. It's gone.
Man, I couldn't believe it. They traded. He had
Already.
a good game.
Yeah, you know what? It was not. Remember the last game he had no catches. When can you remember a Randy Moss not having one catch?
He didn't have any catches, but they had two cats. They were really working him.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
What?
not always
Wait,
two,
wait.
not always double. But
Why?
the guy, he's like one of the top cornerbacks.
And they beat Miami by how much? How can you beat Miami by that much? What was it, like 38 to 14? And he has not one catch? There's a message in that, man.
There's
I'm
a
sorry.
message like we don't want you no more. They
Yeah,
trade
yeah,
you in
yeah.
the season.
Hey,
Four games into the season, they trade you to a. Okay. I'm kind of surprised by this, you guys. First of all, to
Right.
trade a named player
yeah,
4 games into the season, whatever, to
Yeah.
take the player like this.
yeah.
Oh man, it's got to be some.
It's a big message, man.
Have we heard anything from Randy?
Well, Randy already sent his message early in the season. He said
No, I
it.
mean after.
No, but I don't think he had to, Mario, because the reason why he said it, when they go back and look at the reports on his interview, he said, look, I'm all for team. I'm all for this. Hey, I'm a team player. I want to win. He says, but I don't believe I'm going to be here after this season. That man, that's a money decision.
Well, that was faster
That was a
than
money
that.
decision. Now, wait a minute. Now, Divine, what's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport
Yeah.
is football.
You know something? Give me a knuckle. Just give me a knuckle. Give me a knuckle right there. There we go. Got me a knuckle. All right, got me a knuckle. I feel good. Mario's favorite sport is paddle tennis. But anyway.
I like pocket pool.
I just said you're wrong. Okay, wait a minute. Divine, we're going to leave you alone, Mario. We ain't
Right.
talking to you. We ain't walk.
All right.
All right.
Shoot, all right.
All right. Your favorite team?
Raiders. That's my hometown. Now,
Those are rowdy
Now,
sons
I
of
know,
bitches,
I
man.
know,
They tore LA up when they was down
I
here.
know,
had to get them out of here.
I know that we have been struggling.
For how long?
Right, right. You know, but I feel like we need a better coach. We need a better defense team for one.
Right.
So I'm praying for us. Hopefully, we'll come back.
How do you feel about
come back.
the owner,
Oof.
Al Davis? I mean, do you think that has anything to do with where the team has been the last decade?
I do. You know, I don't think that they're, you know, that they really hired, you know, good fitness trainers. You know, we always see the Raiders partying and, you know, their dieting is not right now. You know, they need, you know, strip clubs everywhere. They need, you know, to really get on their game and start concentrating more, you know, and they're health-wise, too. You know, and you got to be really in shape to play football. You know, if you're tired, hungover, and you're not in shape, you're not eating healthy.
Right.
You know, it just kind of been showing on the game. You know, but if I don't represent my hometown, then everybody's gonna clown me. So that's why I said Raiders. You know, I'm trying to hang in there with y'all, but this my last year hanging in with y'all. This is it. If y'all don't get it together, I'm switching. I'm done with y'all.
You see, wait a minute. And at this point,
I mean, hey, I moved to LA now, so hey, I'll switch on you fast.
We don't even have a football team. That's how bad we are. Just don't give a shit.
Right.
So what? We don't have one. We LA.
That's right. And you know what? I'm following what she's saying. Look, I was a Raider diehard fan.
So everybody black at one point in time was a Raider fan. That was the team that we said that.
Man.
People need to remember that. Historically, Al Davis, the Raiders, for all the criticism we give them today, they were the team that were willing to let the brothers play every position. Even the skill positions that they said the black man couldn't play.
Right.
Al Davis was one of the first people to let you play.
Right.
To do all of that. And that's why in the early days coming up, damn near everybody black was a Raiders fan.
Right.
Like damn near everybody black hated the Celtics.
Yeah. You're real talk.
That's just the way it was back in those days.
Well, look at it this way. You know, we're not going to know too much. I think the good thing is he's going back home. He's always wanted to play in Minnesota. They say even in South.
That's where he's from.
No, I don't know. He's not from Minnesota, but he lives in South Florida. Stop that, man. You got to be positive.
Randy got some bad hair.
No, he doesn't.
Have you seen sometime when he come out with his hair? They don't do that in L.A. They don't do that. They don't do that in Oakland either.
That's wrong, man. That's wrong. You guys got to give him a break.
They come out
when those hairstyles was like they were endemic in the late 60s, early 70s. That's all you saw was Randy Moss examples on the male and female. And you were going James Brown soul power.
Yeah, that was too. I had a big afro, and now times have passed.
Right.
Used to be women had pubic hair.
Oh,
okay.
When I was a kid, they had pubic hair. All the women had. You would go to magazines and open up and they had bush.
Right. Oh. That's a no-no. That's a no-no.
They don't do that anymore.
No.
People like, really, Marl? They did it.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
At one point.
You guys are crazy. I tried to warn you guys. Isn't it sex wrapped around our sports? Can't even get to the topic. See what I'm saying?
Randy Moss's head.
You on his head, okay? All right. I'm going to give you some scenarios. You tell me why he was traded, okay? You guys can all
bad
chime
hair.
in. Well, you already
voted
in. You already voted in.
Everything.
But his hair is different.
That's cool. His hair's cool.
Why?
Because it has a look.
What kind of look?
Maybe Randy should go hang out with Polo Malu. Am I saying it right? Polo
Wowo. I think you're prejudiced to nappy roots.
Roots.
Okay. Why was Randy Moss traded? Randy believed he was unappreciated by New England. True or false? Mark.
Yeah, that was to prove he was unappreciated.
Okay.
Yeah, you think we unappreciated? Yeah, check this out.
All right.
Move.
All right. Okay. All right. Divine. You think he was underappreciated?
Like you said, you know, right now, if you have a bad game when you're supposed to have a good game, then there's a chance that you can't be moved. So, you know, it's kind of indecisive with me on that one. I'm kind of indecisive about that.
Okay. Collie.
Politics.
Financial?
In the sport game, he could have just pissed somebody off. Said something that they didn't like.
Real talk.
And, you know, attitude is everything, you know, especially for us.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's a good answer.
Okay. Well, what about New England was tired of Moss' pessimistic outlook. He always had
That's
this
too
side.
partly. I think and Brady and them, you know, they look what they're doing this year, Vic. They got 14 new starters. We
True,
talked about
true
that. People you never heard of, and he's managed, and he's whipped them into a frenzy.
Yeah.
And maybe Randy's not on board.
Okay. I'm going to give the next three, and you can just pick either one. New England wanted to avoid signing a long-term contract deal.
That's for
money,
sure.
All right. Or New England only pays big contracts to Tom Brady and no other players.
That's not true.
Well, what other players? They're not known for signing big contracts.
I don't know.
You're right. That's true.
They're not known for that.
Well, you get that extra money because you go to playoffs and get championship ring.
Okay.
So
That's
stuff
true.
adds up. I know
Right.
people want it because they want that money. They're
All right.
not there for that wonderful weather.
There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, and let me just say what I think, and it's just, I think it's always politics, but I think it's the money, like Holly said. I think it's always this. His contract ends at the end of the year. If he goes and he leaves, they get nothing in return. So they either resign him or they get something for him, and they got a 3rd-round pick.
Just
For
think
him.
that that's what he's come down to.
Right.
A
Yeah.
3rd-round pick.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
That's like the women in the club that no one asks to dance.
Here we go.
They on against the wall all night.
One over there with the club foot.
You're wrong.
You know,
You're wrong. You're
other one
wrong.
with the high water bell bottoms on.
Right.
That's
God.
like that's what 3rd-round picks are.
Derek, you wrong, man.
Right.
Okay, all right. You know what? Hey, look, there's not too much on football. He was the highlight of the thing. And I'm going to say this, too. He actually was traded, I think, to New England, actually in a trade for a 4th-round pick. So he went up a round. So it's not as bad as you think.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. See, the part that you have to understand is that
Man.
they look at the value
I
of
wonder
it.
how much we worth. I know the Valiant's probably up there, but shit. Old ass brothers ain't going too high.
You're wrong, man.
Even talented ones.
All right, man. Let me get okay. Now you know this was the one that's supposed to jump off, and I'm not sure if it met expectations. Do anybody know there was a game played yesterday?
I watched.
No. You know why? Because you had to ask me a
But I
question.
watched the rebroadcast.
That's
though.
not going to help you.
I wanted to know what time the game was coming on.
Wait. Don't say nothing. Wait. There was a basketball game that was played yesterday. Do anybody know which team was highlighted?
Miami Heat.
You know what? You're supposed to be helping
I'm
me on the
sorry. Oh, I'm
broadcast.
sorry.
You're how you gonna? We got to get
He's
part.
working out. She's making cosmetics. You know,
Right. Right.
How you gonna help me out?
this
He's
whole
gonna.
mixing powders and shit.
Let's go. All right. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Everybody's waiting for the big three to jump off yesterday. Miami played Detroit
There you go.
in Miami. Here's the bad part about it. You got 3 minutes of D Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron James because the hamstring pull hit D Wade. So you only got 3 minutes of them.
A
And
little hamstring pull. It was a slight one.
Yeah.
He wasn't
I
limping or
don't know.
nothing. And it's
I
an
don't-
exhibition game. I
Wait.
watched him walk.
Okay.
He walked damn near normal.
I said, no, you're right about that. You're right. But here's the problem. Is it an existing, continuing problem? Because you need to rehab it, and how long does it take to rehab a pulled hamstring?
I don't know about that. I know,
Okay.
well, any kind of a pull, first of all, it's kind of unusual at this point because you would assume they've been doing a certain amount of conditioning.
Right.
So certainly he needs to intensify. But remember, don't jump to accepting that diagnosis.
I'm not jumping.
For all you know, he had some cramps, was in practice. They said, well, you know, we already got this game. We got to at least show you to everybody. Go out there, do a little bit. Then we say you're not feeling good.
Right.
I don't think he's hurt. I think
Okay.
they had already decided that he was going to make an appearance. And when I mean hurt, maybe he didn't have a good week. A little, he's having a little tightness or something.
Yeah.
So he wasn't
Okay.
he just wasn't at his full best.
Right.
So he was just going to make a visual appearance and then leave. I took it more to be that.
Okay.
I don't really think he's hurt, Vic.
I got you. No, I got you.
I don't believe it.
What's more important right now is how the lady.